Hi guys, welcome back. It's the video you've all been waiting for. No one's been waiting for this. I'm doing my Q&A today. So if you guys were wondering why the video wasn't up this Wednesday, I talked about it in my last video. I'm switching my weekly posting schedule to Fridays, so that's why this video is up today. And then next Friday you will see a video. It's probably gonna be Taylor and I moving into our dorm because we're doing that this Thursday. I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram, and I also said that you could send me advice as well. I'm just excited to read all of these. I have them all on my computer right here. So the first question is, what's the craziest thing you've ever done, babe?
I would like to know the answer to this.
What is the craziest thing I've ever done?
I can name a few things.
They're all like really illegal. And I don't want to talk about those because they're highly illegal. What's the craziest thing I've ever done?
Ran outside naked in the rain.
Oh my god! Okay, so yeah, one time I ran out and it was pouring down rain. It was raining and I ran out naked. And I sat out there for a total of an entire minute. I don't like who I am. Am I supposed to fold or wad my toilet paper when I wipe? This one's a really good question. I'm really glad you asked, Bailey Cotton. For me personally, it depends on what number it is. If it's just like a light pee, a little tinkle tackle, I like to fold my TP. But if it's a poopy, a little poop poop, I like to completely wad because you have to get all of that shit literally. One of my best friends started dating my very recent ex. Would you forgive her? So it's tricky. An acquaintance of mine dated my ex and that still hurt. So I can't even imagine a best friend dating your ex, and I know that's really hard. I would say that you have to forgive them eventually, and they have to be understanding of you. Like if you're like, dude, I don't really want to talk to you for a little bit, I don't really want to be around you. And if they're not understanding of that, if they're like, dude, just be happy for me, cut them out just for a little bit even. Don't be mad at yourself if you are feeling negative because you can't help that, and that's a really hard situation for you. So you need to talk to your best friend about that, and if they don't understand that, then they shouldn't be in your life, but hopefully they do. I personally would forgive her. I was able to forgive my acquaintance. I hate calling her an acquaintance. I know that it's a lot harder if it's your best friend. In the same sense, you just have to kind of look at the bright side on all of that stuff. Okay, well, this person and I ended for a reason. You know, maybe she will do very well with them. And I understand that it's really hard to get to that like positive state of mind immediately, but just give yourself time. Like, talk to her and tell her that you need time as well. What are your goals for the next 2 years? I'm going to Missouri State University and I'm a BA theater major. And I'm not in the program at MSU. I'm auditioning for the program again this November, which I'm talking about the acting program. I kind of just take things day by day, so I don't really know exactly where I'm gonna be in 2 years. I don't really know what my major is gonna be. I know I'm probably, hopefully, still gonna be in college. I hope to have my own apartment. It be like that. How do you get over your first love? Why do I have to keep like kind of calling out my ex? Okay, it's tricky. Honestly, you gotta not see them. You really gotta not see them like at all. Like, don't look at them. I'm being dead serious. I was in high school with my ex for like an entire year after we broke up, and every single time I saw him, parts of my heart just went to like a burnt ass trash can to die. I promise you that if you're in high school and you're experiencing this, you'll get out of there and you won't have to see them anymore. He's a great person and stuff, but like, you know, that's hard. That's a really hard thing to deal with because it's so awkward. But you'll get out of high school, or if you're not in high school, you don't ever have to see them again if you don't want to. And that will help so much, because being friends with someone you dated is impossible because you just start to miss them. And then you try things again, and then it's even more awkward, and then you never get closure. Don't look at them. Don't talk to them. Do your own thing. Focus on what you like, what makes you happy, what you want to do. They're gonna do that themselves. If they move on, go get them, tiger, you know what I mean? But like, you can't focus on them anymore. And if it helps you the most to literally never see them again, to not be friends with them, to block them, then that's what you need to do. And that's not like petty or anything. You can even meet up with them and just be like, hey, I'm not over you and it's kind of killing me inside, so I'm going to like block you, I'm gonna unfriend you, I'm gonna do all of this, and it's not like coming from a place of hatred. But as of right now, like I have to move on, I have to focus on myself, and every single time I see a picture that you post, I just think about you and then I want to die. Cause that was me. What is the best advice that someone has given you? I don't know if it's really advice, but everything happens for a reason. Even if it's like not true, if you're going through some shit, it feels really good to hear. So like if you literally had the worst day of your entire life, but you have that everything happens for a reason mentality in your mind, then you're like, but it's okay because everything happens for a reason and this only made me stronger. Would you rather always tell the truth or lie about everything? It's funny because I do lie about everything. I'm joking. I feel like I'm really bad at lying. It's funny because I remember the first time and only time I ever got in trouble at school was because I drank at a party and someone snitched. I remember I got called to my activities director's office and he goes,
"Did you go to a party this weekend?"
And I said yes. And then he said,
"Did you drink?"
Everyone else in this position goes, nah, what the hell? Nah, I was sipping lightly on water. But I couldn't. He said, did you drink? And I looked at him and I was like, yeah, I did. I drank hella. I was passed out throwing up. I had a DD and everything, but like, holy shit. I was off my rocker. And then he was like, you can't go to your next speech and debate tournament. And I was like, this question says, do you live in Branson and attend Reed Spring? I was always so confused. Haha. I never lived in Branson. I always lived in Reed Spring and I attended Reed Spring High School and I graduated. And I'm going to Missouri State this upcoming year. What are your success habits? Optimism. I remember every single time I would have a to-do list of more than like 10 things. I would be like, dude, I'm literally never getting this done. And then there was like this voice in the back of my head where it's like, Mitch, every single time you say that, you always get it done. So you have to be your own personal hype man, honestly. And also, I just think about how if I don't work really hard, my life will be terrible because I don't really have a lot set up for me. Are your eyes real or do you have contacts? My eyes are real. This is my real eye color. I don't have contacts. I don't Facetune my eye. Connor Woodall asks, when are you going to give up on YouTube? This is my last video, guys, so thank you for tuning into the 5 vlogs that I've posted. You, Connor. Okay, this is from Lily. Seriously, who's the best kisser you've ever kissed? Swear to the holy man himself, it better be me. Lily, I've kissed you several times and we have terrible chemistry, you know that. But my current B-friend, Andre Sway, what's up? You're a great kisser. I'm gonna delete this video if we ever break up. Lily asked another question and said, why did we break up? I didn't know we did. Brian Taylor Rollins asked, which retirement savings account would you recommend? 401k or 403b? I miss you so much. Someone asks, what's your favorite scent? Taylor, say it with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Lavender. I just love lavender so much. Oh, are you serious? Connor Woodall asks, again, when are you going to give up on YouTube? Connor, go away! I miss you. Someone asks, advice on how to make Crocs look dope? I personally wear Crocs because of my spinal stenosis, and if I didn't have to wear them, I wouldn't. Connor Paulson asks, tell me why it's tricky. It's tricky simply because it is. And finally, I know it's f***ing you. You can't hide anymore. Sabrina from the TV show. I don't know what that means. Advice for senior year, I'm freaking out. So my senior year was crazy for me because I did so much changing. All of my high school career, I was in a relationship. I did that really dumb thing that people do whenever they're in a relationship where they don't talk to anybody besides their boyfriend. So when senior year came, I had no friends. I obviously had Taylor. That's it. And Taylor is obviously enough. I love Taylor with my entire heart, but I knew that senior year was the year that I was gonna make changes to myself for myself. I knew I had to stop focusing on my ex. I knew I had to start focusing on me and start focusing on college and stuff like that. Really, senior year, get good grades, work really hard on your academics, and be very involved. Like, get in as many clubs and organizations as you can, because whenever you're applying for scholarships, like, I only applied for foundation scholarships, and even those help tremendously. But socially, that's the time where you need to start focusing on yourself, kind of transition into adulthood, because it'll be easier to transition into it your entire senior year than just like all at once when you're going to college. Like, I remember my first day of school, I would always sit alone if I knew nobody in the class, and then I just had like a random thought one day where I walked in and I was sitting alone, and then I looked over and I saw Lily and like a group of her friends over in the corner. And so I said, like, no, I'm not doing it this year. I'm not going to be a recluse. So I got up and I sat by Lily, and now she's one of my best friends in the entire world. You really just have to put yourself out there, try new things, do things that you haven't done before. Get involved. So I answered all of the questions and I gave lots of advice, and I hope you guys don't think I'm more annoying than you ever did. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for asking me questions and still being interested in my YouTube channel. That seems fake, but okay. I'll see you guys next Friday.